What's up, TikTok? How are y'all this Sunday? It's raining and wet and cold where I am. How are y'all today? Hello. How are you? I wanted to hop on today and talk. I really want to talk to my ladies. I've been seeing a whole lot of videos about staying in your feminine. And a lot of times, as women, we kind of blame men for not being able to stay in our feminine. We say, oh, well, we got to do this, this, and that. And I can't stay in my feminine if I have to keep on stepping into this. And I want you ladies to know that no man can push you out of your feminine. At least he should not be able to. Because you should be secure enough in it that even when he's not operating in his masculine, that you still don't step into yours. That you still are like, okay, so this is not going to work because I'm not able to remain in my femininity. You're not supposed to step into the masculine just because he's not operating in that. And that should be a red flag to notice that, okay, I'm talking to someone and I don't feel safe, or I don't feel like I can be my feminine self. I don't feel like he's operating at the standard that I need him in order for me to just flow and sit back and be okay. A lot of times we have stepped into situations where we make ourselves do things that we really don't have to do, because if your life is not going to be any different with this masculine person there, then there's no need for this person to be there. But we get so caught up in, okay, well, he's here, but if he's there and you are still in your masculine, what is he there for? Or you feel like you can't stay in your feminine. I once heard a lady say that when her husband started messing everything up, that she still did not step into her masculine because she wanted to make sure he knew that you are the man of this house. So if every decision that you make causes us to go left, we gonna go left. Once you go left too far, I'm gonna be like, okay, you're not operating at the level I need you to, and before I step into my masculine, I'd rather just operate in my feminine and keep on moving forward. But we get so caught up in having somebody. We got to have somebody, regardless of whether they're beneficial to us, our growth, our mental, our emotional. Because when you start stepping into your masculine, you get more frustrated. When you start stepping into your masculine, you're hard to deal with. You start feeling like you have to run things, and you should not have to run things in that masculine energy. If you notice, our grandmothers, regardless of what our grandfathers did, they never, you got the older ladies that you never really seen them raise their voice. They sweet, they walk around like they got a little a flow with them, like they're just walking on clouds. And they never had to. You should have someone. Sounds like you've already decided to go a different direction. I don't get that. Explain that, what you're saying. Be Caprice. Our grandmothers didn't have to raise their voice. They didn't have to do anything. You don't have to step into your masculine in order to get things done when it comes to your partner. So you should be able to deal with your partner on that feminine level. Even if he's not operating fully into his masculine, you should be able to push him there without stepping into your masculine. You being in your feminine is going to get him a whole lot further than you trying to go head to head with him. He's not going to understand, and he's going to feel like you have to be real enough to be able to recognize the good in it. Right, you do. You do. And sometimes just because you're not meant to be with a person does not mean they're not good people. That might just not be the person for you. That might not be the person that complements your femininity. That might not be the person that complements your masculinity. Because a woman is going to pull that out of you. I know men have been around women and feel like, no, I need to protect her. I need to make sure she's good. I need to make sure she's safe. But women, when we start stepping into our masculine, they don't feel no need to do that because they feel like, oh, she got it. And then you start wondering why he ain't doing nothing, because he feel like you got it. You telling him, I got it, I don't need you, I can do this by myself, all of that. So they let you. They not finna go head to head with you. So that's why I'm saying you have to make sure that you are still remaining in your femininity no matter what. No matter what. Talk to him like you his woman, not like you his homeboy. You his woman. Make him feel like, oh no, I gotta protect her. I gotta make sure she's good. I don't want to let her down. I'm telling you, your man feeling like he don't want to let you down is going to be more important than him being scared to come home to you. You can build him so far up, and you can also take him so far down. And a lot of times we're not giving them the space to be men because we're trying to be the man. Just so he don't do something your way, it's like, oh, well, he ain't do it, so what? He not supposed to do it your way. He's supposed to do it his way. As long as it get done, it get done. Nothing should have to be pulled from them. It should come out naturally. I call it pulling because of the energy. So you're right. It's going to come out naturally. But I call it pulling because of the energy. Because different energy brings out different things in people. So where you may have a woman that is more in her feminine, when she get around you, you're gonna act more in your masculine. But when you have women that come around you in their masculine, you gonna act more in your masculine. That energy is kind of pulling. It's going hand to hand. So that's why I say that. But you're right. It should come out naturally. But as a feminine woman, once you realize I'm gonna have to continuously keep stepping into my masculine, because you do have men who they may not have been taught how to be a man. They may not know no different other than just sitting in the house. They might not know how to step into their masculine, and sometimes you just have to leave them. In all honesty, sometimes that's just not the person for you because you're not pulling anything out of them, and they just looking at you like they mama. A lot of times we get in these situations and we, like I said, we go, oh, I know what I'm doing. I can do this. I don't need your help. I can raise these kids by myself. I can pay these bills, and then you end up paying it by yourself. You end up raising the kids by yourself. Just like even with the single mama thing. And I have a child. I raise my child. She has a father, but I still raise my child. But I don't look at myself as a single mother because I'm still just being a mother. I'm not her mother and her father because I could never be her father regardless of whether he step up, regardless of what he in, out, whatever he do. I'm not trying to be her father. I'm trying to be her mama. As long as I'm her mother, that's all that matters. As long as I give her the love she needs, that's all that matters. As long as when her daddy come around, I say, "Daddy, your daddy." That's all that matters. I'm not trying to be her mother and her father. What I look like trying to do two roles when I'm only put here to do my one? A lot of times we manifest things. Oh, I can do it by myself. That's why you're doing it by yourself. Because you're telling people, don't nobody help me. I don't need no help. I can do. Okay, so you do it. It's 8 billion people on the earth. There's no reason why you feel like you got to do it by yourself. We're supposed to be here to help each other. But they have gotten us so far and so independent. And that's man, woman. They pull families so far apart. And y'all got to know that family is powerful. It would be no reason for them to pull us apart. You got to know that. Like if you think about any other culture, family is so important to them. Family is setting up legacy. Making sure the children are coming behind them into something. Family is so important. Why is that not important to us? Why do you think they trying to pull our family apart? Why do you think they push fuck that nigga, fuck that bitch? Why do you think they do that? Because if we really join together and come together, it's going to be problems. Like we can get so much more done as a team. You're not supposed to do it by yourself. If you can't remain in your feminine, get out of that energy. You shouldn't have to raise your... That's one reason why I'd be like, I don't argue. And I used to argue with men. I'd have been in abusive relationships and all that. But as I got older, as you grow, as you start to mature, you realize, like, I get more done when I just remain in my feminine. And if I don't accept and do for his seed is less than the man, period, despite... That's true. I mean, I understand that too. As I got older, I realized, like, hey... It's not a woman's place to try to make a man do anything. It's not your place to feel okay with whatever he's doing. It's just your place to raise the child. Everybody want to be the boss in the black community. That's true, and nobody really wants to work together. But if we work together as a team will always get more done. A team will always get more done. And I mean, that just, it trickles on back real far. And that's just something that has never been broke out of us. But it's important to start now. It's important to start with yourself. That's why I always preach about making sure you know yourself. Because when you know yourself, you know what you need. And when you know what you need, you know what type of person you need to compliment you. Like, that is the most important, so that we can vibe. We can pull something together and make sure these kids see healthy love. Make sure these kids see a healthy family. Because honestly, if they never see it, the next generation is going to be the same way this generation is. And if we're trying to do something different, what is we doing? How is we going to do this differently? How is we going to teach them? What are we showing them if, oh, I can do this by me? Don't worry about it because your mom, I never tell my daughter that. And although she know mama gonna come through 100%, I never tell my daughter that. Don't worry about it because mama, I don't talk bad about her daddy or none of that. I don't talk bad about men in front of my daughter. And reason being is because I need her to know she's not supposed to do this all by herself. No, we ain't supposed to do this by ourselves. It's just that we've just been broken apart so much that it's hard. But the thoughts that you say in your mind, the words that you say out, if you say men ain't nothing, if you say that and you still laying down with people, I don't understand. If you say men ain't this and women ain't this and you're still sleeping with people, I don't understand. Because when you lay down with somebody, that makes them your equal. So if he not nothing, guess what you tapping into that ain't nothing energy, because so much is exchanged when you have sex. So if you feel like men can't be trusted, why are you laying down with them? I always say, when you lay down with somebody, you're trusting them with your whole entire life. With your whole life. That's like giving somebody your social security number. So we have to learn to make sure that our words line up with the things that we want. We know we want help. We know we want spouses. We know we want families. All of that has to line up with our words. Stop saying things that you really don't even mean. If he make you step into your masculine, get from around him. Find somebody who don't. Find men who don't. If you don't see no men in your area who don't make you step into your masculine, go somewhere else. Because sometimes you do got to get out of your area. And start making sure that you raise your kids to understand that. Raise your sons to understand that protection and providing is so much more than financial. Providing is emotional. Providing is mentally. Providing is spiritually. Like, all of that matters in a man. But we do get caught up in the masculine being, oh, he needs to provide financially. No, that's not it. Because if he can't talk me down off this ledge, what do I need him for? If I'm in this mug going crazy because these kids done drove me crazy and he can't come in the house and be like, I see you need a break. What do I don't care how much money he throw at me. I need a break. That money not going to matter. Money is like the least important thing. Most don't understand the nature of our current psychological mindset as people. So if you have a woman that doesn't want to be a woman in her household, should a man? No. And that's why you have to know what you need. As a man and a woman, you need to know what you need. And that's why I always preach making sure you know your non-negotiables. Because hello, I'm good, I hope you are. Because if you know that's not the type of woman you want, then why are you there? A lot of times we get caught up in looks. We get caught up in this beauty aesthetic. But if that's not the woman for your household, you know how you want your household ran as a man. If she's not going to run it the way you want it to be ran, then why is she there? We all have a different perspective. We all need different things. Some people want a woman to cook, clean, and pray. Some just want the woman to call the cleaners, call the chef, and be here when I get here so we can mentally and spiritually do this thing together. Like, everybody needs something different. You have to figure out what you need, what's going to complement you as a man, what's going to keep you in your masculine, and you be able to feel like you can keep her in her feminine and go from there. That's why I always say that just because a relationship don't work out, that don't mean either one of those people were bad. Sometimes you just don't complement each other. Or sometimes your season is just up. We get so caught up in, oh, I don't want to be hurt. But everything is trial and error. Everything is trial and error. Our whole life is trial and error. So if you think you finna get in one relationship and it just be, oh, cookie creams, you're wrong, because everything is trial and error. How long? I'm not homeless. I have a full paid for house, sir. I have been homeless back in my younger days, but no, my house is paid for. Thank you. But I like my car. But yeah. But make sure that you know what you need. Like, I would never tell a man or a woman to just stay. If you know this person is not complimenting you as a person, you don't stay. You can try to work on it. And that's why relationship contracts come in. Okay, listen, this ain't going the way we need it to go. Our vision is clearly not the same. So we need to sit down and figure out, wow, good for you for getting out of the gutter, queen. Thank you. And I never said I was in the gutter. I said I used to be homeless, okay? You probably trying to get some type of arousal out of me, so let me go on and block you. No bio. All right. But yeah. But make sure the relationship contract says who gonna do what in the house. How are we gonna manage this family? How are we gonna raise our kids? Like, all of that can be supposed to be set down and talked about in relationships, but we get so excited. We going into relationships. You don't even know if this person is good for you. We was never taught how to figure out whether this is going to be the family or the person that we can actually build families with. We just go in and bam, bam, let's have sex. A lot of y'all don't even know what y'all are getting out of this sex that you're having. A lot of y'all having sex with people that you would not even want to have a child with. Like, that's crazy to me. Value yourself. Value your body. Value your mind. Value your space. If you cannot stay as the person that you know you're supposed to be in a relationship, let it go. Or learn to talk about it. Learn to talk about it. Stop doing things that you're later on going to resent. If you know you stepping out of your masculine or you stepping out of your feminine is going to be something that you later on resent. If you know arguing is not your forte. If you know, like, the things that you know you do not like to do, stop trying to do those things and then later on blaming your spouse for it. You are a truly smart lady, and I'm so guilty of most of the things you're saying. And a lot of us are. Like, it's because we were never taught. Like, we were never taught these things. But as you get older, you have to start maturing in order to create better lives for yourself. And if we stay in this same rat race, we just going to keep on failing at the same thing everybody else is winning at. Everybody else is winning at this family thing. People come over here from other countries and buy a whole block. We can't even manage a household. Like, it's crazy. We have to make sure that we are lifting ourselves up, that we are vibrating higher, that we are paying attention to the things that we do and do not need. How can you talk to a woman that doesn't want to be hear my opinions, but she expect you to listen? You mean she don't want to be with you, or she don't want to be here? Because if she don't want to be with you, that's totally something different. But we do a lot of things that's gonna cause ourselves to resent our partner. You can't do that. Learn to say, what is your opinion, Ruru? I'm always don't do, want to, don't. What is your opinion? And then sometimes you got to think, we be in relationships and we fall in love with routines. So you're not even in love with this person. It's just that you've gotten used to coming home to this person. You've gotten used to this person cooking dinner. You've got used to taking pictures with this person. Is nothing that they are actually doing for you in your life. You're not doing nothing for them in their life. And you are just used to the routine of having somebody. And you just there because I'm not happy, they not happy, the kids know we miserable. We're just here because we're used to doing this. And you just stay because you're in the routine. That's when you get out of relationships and everything go up. Or you feel like, dog, I really don't miss anything about this person. Or this person left. I see women say it all the time. He left, but nothing changes. Like, the routine with the kids don't change. Nothing changes in the household. I still pay all the bills. I still do all of that. You were in love with a routine. It was just a habit that you created with being with this person. Sometimes you got to break your habit. And if all your relationships end up the same, that's a habit that you have formed. That's why you're supposed to go into the next with experience. With, okay, what is we doing? What is our vision? But y'all are too afraid to ask people, have they been to the doctor? No, you're not asking them what's the vision for the relationship. You don't have a vision for your life. What is your vision for your life? Does this person complement the vision for your life? All of that is super important when building a relationship, when remaining as yourself. And most of the time, it is women that be like, oh, well, I had to do this. Stop letting people shift you around. They're supposed to complement your life, not take over your life. Stop letting people take over your life. Stop letting people take over your space, take over your energy. Remain in your feminine. If you can't do that, you move around. Because 9 times out of 10, you're going to notice that before marriage. Most of the time, you're going to notice that before a relationship. You just have to be willing to say, okay, this is not going to serve me. I can't do this. I need to move forward. I can't be the man and the woman. I don't want to be the man and the woman. I'm not going head to head with you. I'm not arguing with you every day. I'm not doing none of that. If I can't talk nicely to you and get you to do things, then there's no need for us to even do this. If you can't understand my feelings and I understand yours, there's no need for us to do this. You have to know your value, know your worth, know the things that you require. Man, it seems like you definitely talking to me, though. I confess. Well, make sure you do something about it. We get caught up in just feeling like, okay, I know I need to do better, but not actually doing better. Make sure you are actually trying to do better. When you notice things, when things are pointed out to you, that's because you need to change those things. Start changing those things. Start doing better. I'm telling you, the only way to change the future for our kids, kids, is it has to start with us. And we started so much in this generation. Don't stop at not building a family. Like, family is important. And I'm telling y'all, if we can get the family back together, if we can get women and men back to being one and knowing how to cooperate with each other, to stay in alignment with each other, we're going to be powerful. We can buy blocks. We can buy islands. We can raise the wealth. We can keep the wealth inside of our community. We could do a lot. We could change the future for our kids. And that is most important. When you pass the baton, you're supposed to pass something different. So the whole point is building a new life for our kids. And it starts with us. We'll get some happiness out of that. We will get some happiness out of that. So I hope y'all have a great Sunday. I appreciate you guys watching. All of my lives are uploaded on YouTube. If you didn't catch the full live, I will upload this live to YouTube. If you're ready to change your life sexually, build a better version of yourself, be confident, know your value, join my Patreon. Join my Patreon and let's start working on building yourself up. Because the more you build yourself up, the more you're going to build the things around you up. The better you are, the more you'll be able to pour into your kids. Your kids watch everything you do, so you have to make sure that you are creating a great version of yourself so that when they start mimicking you, it is Erotic Expectations. That's my YouTube name. When they start mimicking you, because that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to mimic you. They are mimicking something that you can be proud of. So it starts with you. Start working on yourself. Start building your confidence. Start creating your list of non-negotiables. Start knowing what you want and what you don't want in a man and in a woman. That is super important. So yes, my YouTube name is Erotic Expectations. My Patreon page is Erotic Expectations. My Facebook, Instagram, everything is Erotic Expectations. My website is eroticexpectations.com. I appreciate you guys watching me. Make sure you check me out on all the different platforms. Go join my Patreon. I hope y'all have a great day.